Hello! In this video, we will create what all the girls want before the new year: long red nails and a sparkling cat. I think you will definitely like this idea because it's quick and very beautiful. We'll decorate our design with snowflakes and Santa's reindeer. So stay tuned until the end for a truly festive experience. I'll start with a review of the previous manicure. We created crystal nails using transparent gel, and if you remember, we made the gel ourselves. To be honest, I was quite concerned about the nails breaking due to the abundance of glitter in the gel. In this video, the nails have been on for 3 weeks and everything is holding up well. Now, let's remove the coating. I do it with a blue file. Here's a tip for you. When removing any coating with glitter or similar elements, it's better to wear protective goggles. I had a few instances where particles flew into my eyes, and since then, I always wear protective goggles because you can end up without eyes. By the way, these glittery particles stayed with me for several subsequent corrections until the nails grew out. Surprisingly, it looked quite cool, resembling a trend similar to Louboutin nails, but with glitter. I've also done this type of extension 4 more times for other girls, and they really like the effect of transparency at the tips. I didn't completely remove them because we're going to cover everything with a solid color anyway. If I were using a semi-transparent camouflage gel, then yes, I would have had to remove them entirely. Now, let's open the pocket, perform the filing, and shape the nails. I won't change the form, and I'm keeping the length. I believe the longer, the more effective. For me, the red color looks stunning on these elongated almond-shaped nails. It's very beautiful. As always, I will be doing a dry combo manicure. However, since I want to test a new drill bit today, we'll be working not with a flame, but with a Fisher drill, also known as a needle bit. I'll say right away that you need to be extremely careful with these drill bits because the slightest incorrect angle can lead to filing the nail plate. Not all clients are calm. Someone may jerk their hand and you can easily injure the client. So, give it a try, but be attentive. You can perform the cut on such cuticles as mine using any tool and any technique. I have universal cuticles, but I'm used to working with scissors, especially since mine are very convenient. These are Stalex Pro scissors with an anatomically curved tip, which makes my work much easier. After the cut, you can use a buffer if there are any hangnails or if the skin is very dry. We apply preparatory products following the standard procedure with the dehydrator and bond. Remember that bond needs time to evaporate for it to be effective. Since the nails are already of decent length, we need to strengthen them, and this should be done with hard materials. However, before applying hard materials, we always use a flexible base. By the way, regarding strengthening and bases, I think it's time to settle this issue once and for all. I usually receive many questions, but 3 questions always stand out. The first question is whether it's possible to strengthen the nails with a base. Well, this is a highly debatable question because it depends on the type of base and the length of the nails. If it's a rubber base, then of course no, it won't strengthen the nails. Nails can be strengthened with a base if the length is 1 to 1.5, but the base should be rigid. Or there are also fiber bases. These are bases with fibers that create a coating that reinforces the nails. In these cases, yes, you can strengthen them this way. In other cases, no. The second question is whether it's possible to do leveling with a base or only with gel. Again, the same principle applies. Of course, you can if the nails don't need strengthening and if the base is non-acidic. We always use an adhesion base as a substrate, and for leveling, we use low acidity bases to avoid causing burns to the nail plate. There are bases of medium acidity that have good adhesive properties and will be safe for the leveling layer. And the third question, if you strengthen the nails, will they become thick? No. Nowadays, the nail industry has advanced to the point where you can strengthen nails in a very thin layer, and they will still be incredibly strong, thanks to new techniques and gels. I talk about this in my video about thin reinforcement. where I demonstrate how such nails wear and how delicate, aesthetic, and thin they look. So be sure to watch this video if you want to understand how to properly strengthen nails. Now, let's move on to strengthening. This finger will remain white. So I cover it with the gel in a dense layer and cure it in the lamp for a minute and a half. After curing the base, we remove the sticky layer and take the gel that is convenient to work with. For myself, I discovered a new brand and so far it's the best of the best. I apply the gel over the entire nail, place a small drop near the cuticle and spread it across the nail. After curing the gel, we must always remove the sticky layer because gels usually have a pronounced dispersion, which can create a conflict of materials. For the background color, I chose this beautiful red shade. It covers perfectly in one layer, but if you want a denser and more saturated color, you can apply it in 2 thin layers. Typically, all red colors are single coaters, and I love that, but still make sure everything is properly dried. As for black, it always needs to be covered in 2 thin layers for your confidence. Black color contains a lot of pigment that poorly transmits ultraviolet light, so we cover it in 2 thin layers. Now, I'll give you some time to just watch and relax from me. Let's continue. After curing, I also remove the dispersion. Although it's not necessary, I do it for my convenience. Just look at this. Beautiful. And how it looks on the nails. By the way, I'm doing red nails for the second time in my entire life. Can you imagine that? I can't wait to magnetize this cat, so let's do it. This polish itself is not highly pigmented in color, but it contains a lot of these magnetic particles. I have the same one in yellow and blue. They are not very dense, but still, I always apply them in one layer. And due to this shimmer created by the magnet, they don't appear translucent. Just look at it, isn't it beautiful? Girls, this is the happiest manicure ever. Let's move on to our ring finger and turn it into Santa's caramel. At first, I just made stripes with the red color, but then I wanted them to shimmer too, so I applied the same cat eye polish over them. I just needed to mix the base color with the cat eye polish here. I think the same effect was achieved, and the red color would have added density. But I realized that after finishing the manicure, as always. The idea for this manicure came to me after I visited a candy store where they have a decoration that moves, featuring various alien furry creatures, icicles, and these sweet Santa caramels. It was so adorable that I almost left my entire paycheck there. Oh, the power of marketing. Everything is done to make us buy more. Here, I'm attaching our snowflakes and my manicure is turning more and more into a Christmas one. The further it goes, the more I like it. At the last moment, I noticed that I have a reindeer sticker. I attach stickers simply by covering them with top coat, but before that, I apply Ultra Bond to the sticker, and I have had no problems. I don't cover them with a base first. I don't need it because it will take much more time, and I am 100% confident in my top coat, and there have been no problems. I cover the stickers with top coat in a slightly smoothing layer and cure in the lamp for 1.5 minutes. The top coat I use is Edlin, which is currently the best, but usually after such a statement, I find an even better one, so we'll see. Maybe I'll indeed find something even better because I've already been suggested several options and ideas for perfect top coats, and I'm eagerly awaiting the opportunity to show them to you. But for now, let's keep the intrigue. Looking at these nails, and my New Year's mood is already lifting because when you look outside, it seems like the beginning of spring, not winter. Sadness sets in, and then suddenly you look at the nails, and in your head, there's immediately jingle bells and Happy New Year, and you instantly feel like having roast duck. Well, we finished, and I'll show you this beauty. Girls, this is a direct arrow to the heart. I feel like from Todd, I congratulate you on the upcoming new year and wish you all the best, success, and robust health. And may love and harmony always reign in your families. Write in the comments what you think about this manicure, and also a big thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so as not to get lost. I won't say goodbye for long, and until our next meeting, beauties.